Great leaders are those who make their partners shine. Hey, but shine doesn't always mean spinning us into crazy fancy steps, right? Hi, I am Lisa Kumar, and in today's video, I want to talk about what makes a great leader in social dancing from the perspective of a follower who has been on the scene on and off since 2017. And trust me, I've seen both the sparkle and the shade. I still remember the first time it all started. Back in 2017, I was waitressing and in the UK at an Indian restaurant. One of my colleagues, who was another waiter at that place, um, got into conversation with me and told me you should come to the dance class. And I then realized that he was also the same university student from the university that I was going to. And he introduced me to this International Latin Society, ILS, and they used to do this um, classes, the salsa, bachata, kizomba classes, um, every Monday, I believe. I've forgotten. I think it's doesn't even matter. And every Friday they used to keep socials. And it was a small student town, so there was only one social happening at that time. He said to me, "You're a dancer, right? You have to come to Latin dance." And yes, I was also academically learning dance at that point because I was doing my dance theater degree, bachelor's degree from the university, and also doing waitressing side by side to help me sustain the full-time dance student that I was. So I went, and the moment I stepped in, I was hooked. There was music that was amazing. I just loved that music. There was an open bar next to a dance class, which was like, I've never experienced that because before that, I have danced and I've been trained in dancing since I was 5 year old in different dance forms. It has always been very strict. Certain class rules are there. But here, when there's an open bar next to a dance class, I was like, what? What is this? I don't understand. People are also having like some drinks, one or two, and also learning. And that was the culture that was very intriguing. And I was like, whoa, this is different than normal academic dancing that I'm learning, which was really based in contemporary. So vibrant energy was there, warm people were there. I can't say this enough that it's probably the most fun, safe, and caring male friendships I had without even a hint of sexual tension. Why I say that, I don't know, but like in my class, all the male who were there, they were so nice. Only friendship. I had different handshakes with all of them. We would have jolly time. Um, whilst dancing and in the class time. Like there was no after messages, nobody was creep, nothing crazy was happening. One of the reasons why I also joined was it gave me immense confidence because I already was a dancer, so isolations was already inside me. The knowledge of music and rhythm was already inside me. So I was picking it up quite quickly and learning step by step. Very quickly than others who would have joined. So I just really enjoyed that part as well. So, like I said, the social dancing would only happen once a week on the Fridays. I would work at the restaurant till 2 a.m. and I would be excited to go there afterwards. After 2 a.m., I'll just go to my place, quickly shower, change, go to dancing, and I would dance till 5 a.m., go home, sleep, and be ready for 9 a.m. ballet class. So my life was quite hectic, but I was enjoying it immensely. That's how much I loved that life. I felt confident, I felt liberated, I could express myself creatively, I could socialize with people, everything I just adored. But when I moved back to India and got back into socials in 2022, things shifted. Different people, different culture, but the same dance. When I say different culture, it's of course Indians learning the Latin culture through their dancing in an Indian setting with a different perspective. Um, it's not something in India that was that has a long heritage. It's a borrowed culture from outside. um and everything shifted because I shifted back to New Delhi, which is the capital. There's a lot of underlying factors that is there. I think all these underlying factors I would also like to talk about in the followers side of the video that I will make in future. This is mostly prominent for the leaders. So now with all my experience, training, and a more critical lens from being both professional dancer and dance academic, I started observing, like really observing. When I say academic dancer and a professional dancer, it's because by that time when I was back to India, I had done a bachelor's in dance theater and advanced dance practice, which was my master's in dance. So my university shaped me, my all the assignments that I've done, the study that I've done in dance. I was coming with a certain perspective, critical perspective even, more observer, because that's what a dance critique they made me into. Um, so my observation had multi-layer, multifaceted lenses because that was something that I've been practicing throughout, like in my 5 years of studying dance academically, and probably 15 years of professionally dancing or professionally being trained. Even though this was, like I said, yes, this is a dance critique lens, but also being sensitive to a different dance form that I was looking at, and then different dance form, which is actually a foreign dance form to India. There was a lot was playing in my head, so I was just absorbing everything. Here's what I've realized over the years through my journey: personal preferences and deep conversations with fellow followers even. Um, Feel free to comment your opinions as well. I am all ears, and this is something very interesting. Conversations about social dancing should keep going. It's not just about you go, you do steps, and you come back. It is perhaps a lifestyle. It is somewhere you're not dancing alone, you're involved with people. So it's beyond, is what I've realized. It's not a performance. So I've jotted down into simplest things. This is not steps. I'm not going to talk about steps here. And I'm not going to talk about techniques here. It comes to these simple things in life that I'm not sure if dance teachers or this is being taught in all schools, but this is something that I've absorbed and I felt is important in a very basic level of social dancing. And that is what I expect out of leaders as well, which is the first one is presence. Now, genuine presence in the dance. That's the magic. Not the creepy stare, not fake intensity, just simple warm eye contact, being in the moment with us being us followers. I have danced with multiple people, and these people who dance with me are my friends as well. And I've noticed, and it's very easily noticeable when a person is being with you in a performative way, or um, they're genuinely being present and curious about what we can create. I mean, yes, there is the extreme side of this as well, where people are coming to practice. But know that even if you're practicing with someone, that someone is also a human being. Okay. And someone cannot be used as an object whilst dancing. You have to give that respect to them by being present with them. And when you are present with them, you will feel it, even though it's just basics of any dance form, any Latin dance form, which is a partnered work, you will feel it. It's beyond. Second is connection, smiles, safety. So it's a process. Connection, smiles, safety. Now, I don't know, this is a very simple thing. Wherever there's a laughter, there's an ease. Now, I'm not asking a leader to be a stand-up comedian. When you are really connected, the laughter flows. You feel seen, understood, and above all, safe. And when we feel safe, we open up, we express more authentically, we play, we style. So, leaders, I mean, I'm going to talk about this in the followers video as well. Because somewhere followers are also someone who should make connection. But since this video is about leaders, how are you asking someone? You genuinely asking someone, what is your intention behind? Are you observing before the environment as well? Basically, genuine presence. Not asking to make eye contact for a long time, but just normal, sometimes eye contact is fine. You can look around, of course, because even if you're just staring at your partner, you can bump into many people. Since a lot of people are dancing, you have to be socially aware and physically aware of what's happening around you, yes. But having that genuine eye contact now and then would ease your partner. Third is collaboration and not control. This is very important, and it goes off with the example that I already said, that your partner is not an object. We have to provide that basic respect and humility. That 3 minutes, you both are equal. 3 minutes of song, you both are equal. Yes, fancy steps are cool, but if that's all you're doing, it feels tense. You're not creating, you are just executing. Social dancing is not choreography, it's a conversation. So I'll give you examples. This has legit happened with me. A leader came to me and he was leading me, and a song that played when he was leading me, it was a song that he had done a choreography on, right? And suddenly he's like giving me leads, and then he said, "No, no, no, after this step, and I want you to do this step." And I was like, "Okay." Um, then there are also these leaders who would just start teaching you in between dance that, okay, this step didn't happen. We'll do it again. We'll do it again. We'll do it again. Are we doing social dancing or are we in class learning? If you're there with a person, yes, of course. I mean, you can bring out the elements that you want to practice, but be respectful enough that is a selfish reason. Social dancing is a chance to connect in that moment of time. And if you're repeatedly asking someone to do the movements that is in your head, that is not really collaboration, that is a control, that is a domination. You're dominating them. Why? Is the question that you need to ask yourself. Do you need to be that tense, that stressful in that moment of time? Can that thing happen in the classroom? Of course, when you go to a social dancing, a school goes together, there are different dance schools, and one dance school is going together. Maybe if you're so tense about one step, and if there's another follower that was there in the class, maybe you can ask them one of the dance and be like, can we practice this song for the thing that we learned in class? And if the answer is yes, you got your time, got the time to practice. And of course, I also understand that they are your comfort zone. But again, you can't go to someone new and ask them to behave in a certain way. right? So be have humility. Fourth is keep practicing. Yes, take classes, find followers in class you can practice with, get feedback, apply it on the floor. Socials are the real labs for this dance. So, like I said, I mean, a lot of this is something that dance schools should do, which is having your own studio socials, having your own personal social that you can do, which is a great way to, practice things and preparing them for the bigger socials. And I think in the classes also leaders should be sort of have a discussion about how to approach and ask a person to dance. Again, followers can also ask, and I will cover it in another video, but here I'm talking about leaders. Fifth, get uncomfortable. My current salsa teacher says something really beautiful, which is you will always have comfort zone in socials, which will be your anchors. But when you're dancing with someone new and it feels off, don't run, don't freeze, adapt. Find a way to connect, not just perform. It's almost like life, right? When everything is going smooth and you're really happy, but a situation pops up and it's hard, and you're trying all the escapist methods to deal with it, and you sort of somehow suppress it or blur it out of your life at that moment of time, but then the same situation comes and it repeats and hence becomes a pattern. Similarly, in socials, if you're feeling uncomfortable with someone, adapt. Like, what is happening? Because the more you dance with different kind of people and understand how to dance with different kinds of people, the greater dancer you become. Greater, like, I mean, social dancing is beyond. It's I how to explain this? It's it's multi-dimensional itself because there's partner work involved. You have responsibility of yourself and the other person as well. And it is both ways, right? A follower also has responsibility to control their weight, where their weight is shifting. They need to control in order to avoid injuries. And so is its leader's job to um, lead them in the with the correct technique so that no injury happens. Being kind to them so that no injury happens, right? So if someone already warns you before dancing that please do not spin me that much, I'm not feeling that way, you don't do that, right? It's a simple thing. So if some sort of disconnect is happening whilst dancing with someone, maybe ask them again and see if repeats again. If it's a repetitive thing, then find out. It's a really nice way to work through it. It's a problem solving ability. And more you solve problem, the better you get. There's a huge difference between social dancing, competition, and performance. In performance, you're putting on a show. In socials, you are building a shared moment, one dance at a time. That's why, as followers, we remember the leaders who made us feel, not just the ones who just made us spin. If you're a leader watching this, I hope you walk away with something to reflect on. And if you're a follower, let me know in the comments what you look in a dance partner. Like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this deep dive. And I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself. Bye bye.